to plant rice. Oh, sister, you're amazing.
Uncle.
I won't help you.
Huh? But I haven't said anything yet.
Did I guess wrong?
No, Uncle, you didn't. Come on, let's plant rice together.
Never. I don't want to get dirty.
But I've been cultivating the Bashame patty just for this day. It's the fruit of 7 consecutive episodes of Bashame sweat, blood, and tears.
7 episodes?
I promise you, Uncle, it'll be a brand new experience.
I think I'll pass.
How delicious, Uncle. They could serve your onigiri in a 3-star restaurant.
That's an honor. How about you?
Thank you, Uncle. You're so nice to me.
That's nothing. I'm used to making lunch every day.
Oh, so that means you cook your own lunch, Uncle?
Well, my sister is not a great cook.
The planting.
All right. But yes, I'm having a good day so far. How's your Friday going?
It's good. It's going really good. My partner and I are learning bluegrass songs, so we've been learning stuff like all week, like for like a little boot camp. So we've been doing that. And then what else did I do this morning? I don't know. I've been ready for our interview. I've been excited.
Okay. And by doing like songs, you just like for a show, or is it like a gig or kind of like song kind of thing? Which one is it?
So it's for a gig. We have a band and we're called the Heartbrokers. And we
Okay.
do Americana and Irish Celtic like music, which I've been so glad to be doing. My partner was in, his name's Keija, and he was in a legacy band, it was called Juice of the Barley, and he was the lead singer and frontman of Juice of the Barley, which is a Celtic band. So he's been able to like show me a bunch of Celtic stuff, and I've been really excited to be one of the lead singers with him.
Wow. Man, I wish I was up there in person so I can watch y'all sing, but looks like looks like that's not happening.
No, it's okay. If you're ever in Colorado.
I'm trying to get to more places these days.
Mhm.
So it's huh?
Is there anywhere you want to move to?
If I can afford it, probably like California.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's
so
that's a place everybody wants to go to, California.
well, that's where all the action is. But I just need to make sure that's my final decision because sometimes it can get a little overwhelming.
Oh yeah, it's really really crowded, but it's gorgeous.
So, that or Atlanta.
Oh yeah, well I'm 45 minutes from Atlanta, and then because I'm currently in Georgia, like we talked about, but I'm moving to Colorado soon. But
Okay.
even like being in Atlanta, I've been a remote voice actress my entire career, like since I was 14, and I'm 23 now. So
Wow.
even though I'm so close to Atlanta, I've never recorded in Atlanta. I've never recorded in Atlanta.
I understand. Well, if the small talk is over, I guess we can go ahead and get this thing started then.
Sure.
So, well, happy Friday, everybody. This is Phil. I'm host of the Conversation Podcast, and I have a special guest with me here today. Introduce yourself. Who is Bay Doxey I'm speaking to?
Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
Mhm. Who are you? Like, who are you?
Introduce myself. Hi, I'm Bay Doxey. I am a professional stage voice actress and film actress. Mainly, we're talking about my voice acting career right now. I have been acting since I was 9, mainly on stage, and then voice acting since I was 14. And lately, I'm 23, but lately my voice acting career has really taken off, and I've been really, really blessed to have that. I mainly do a bunch of interactive media, so like games, cartoons, anime. My main thing right now is cartoons, which I'm so happy to be doing, because that was like my dream ever since I was little, is to do cartoons. So that's what I'm currently doing right now, and I'm so happy that I get to have that opportunity to act and be able to be with my fans and stuff. Um,
There you go. I saw that you were at in Florida last year when I was there.
mhm.
We just didn't cross paths. I'm sorry.
Oh, were you at the con? Which
Yeah,
one?
Bull Matsuri.
Oh yes, Bold Monstery. Bold Monstery was a great con. I got to I rap. And so I love rapping, and but whenever I'm at cons I usually get to host things. So I got to host the idol competition.
Okay.
And so like the idol competition, and they needed a halftime show. And so I rapped. I rapped for the first time live on stage for the halftime show, which was crazy, and I was so honored and excited to get to do that. So that was really great. I haven't been able to go to cons recently because I've kind of just been focusing on working. And when you're at cons, you don't really have time to work. But it was amazing to be able to be in cons because I started as a cosplayer. So my dream was to always be able to like be someone that you could go and see like a guest, and I've been really
Okay.
happy to get to do that.
Yeah, I was there last year, but that was like before I even started doing podcasting. Like after the convention, I started to do podcasting.
Hmm.
So it's been going great so far because I didn't think I'd be able to interact with so many people because I was like, well, shoot, if I want to do more with these guys, I got to be serious about it.
Yeah.
So,
I think the main thing is just like we're people. It's like, and I think that that's one of the things that people, whenever they interview us or like get to talk to us, it's just like we're just people, and we love what we do, and we're so happy. Like I don't speak for everybody, but I love getting to talk and meet my fans. It's like, it's just a really wonderful experience because we all love what we're doing. So
it exactly,
mhm.
and it's the passion of it too. And that's why
Yeah.
we've gotten so far in it.
Hmm.
So, well, before we go ahead and get into the main thing, I want to start with a little bit of an icebreaker, okay?
Hmm.
So let me think about this one. Now, as you know, I'll ask it again. Now, what place do you really want to go to, but you haven't traveled to out of the country? I think you already know what the answer is.
Oh yeah. I actually had a dream that I went to Japan last night. Oh.
See, see what I mean?
Yeah. My partner and I for like our tying the knot type of thing. We don't really want to do a traditional wedding. But we do want to do kind of like a big trip. So we just want to go to Asia. We just want to go on a full-blown Asian trip. I really want to go to Vietnam. I've had a lot of people in my life that are from Vietnam.
Mhm.
Actually, my nail stylist that I have is incredible. Her name's Natalie, and she's from Vietnam, and we talk about it all the time. And I really want to go for Lunar New Year because I've been learning all about Lunar New Year, which I think is so cool. But Japan definitely to see kind of like I have a bunch of people send me Meme Bashame stuff whenever they're there. So like they're like, oh, I found this and this, and I think that's really cool. Especially because I have a bunch of friends that are in a bunch of stuff, so I like to get stuff for them too and be like, look, this is you. Like they,
Hmm.
I remember I was in Barnes and Noble. I love Barnes and Noble. I love a figure. I love a little guy. And I saw Marissa Duran's character in what is it? It's the Hell's Paradise. I saw her character and I was like, look, I
Yeah, I've been following her for a while, Yeah,
found you.
I think she might be coming up next soon for me.
Oh,
So
that's great.
we'll
She's
see what
super
happens.
sweet. Yeah. Um, and I think her pronouns are either she they, but I don't know, but I care about her. She's great.
I understand.
Yeah. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, everybody trying to get to Japan these days.
Mm.
Shoot, now you got me interested in your nail artist. I might have to talk to her too.
She's great. I love her.
Hey, like I said, I'm just trying to interview anybody I come across.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta get what you can get.
Exactly. So you have Japan, Singapore, Barcelona. There's a
Mm-hmm.
few places I want to go, but it's the money stuff. My
Yeah.
sister just went to Chicago like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's wonderful. I have a lot of family in Chicago.
So I was like, hey, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Yes, exactly.
So, because I think the flights are kind of cheap these days, because Japan was going to be cheap this fall. That's what I read, because it's kind of cheap right now.
Yeah, they want tourists to definitely come right now,
The only problem
understandably
is
so.
you got to have money in Japan as well too.
I think you can like when you get there you can I think that's what you do, like currency exchanges.
Hmm.
So like you'll be like, okay, this is the money I have, and you exchange it for the different kind of, like, you would exchange it for yen. I'm not sure. I think that's what you do. I haven't been out of the country, actually. I've never been out of the country, so.
Hey, I've been out of the country. I went to Mexico,
Ooh, Mexico's gorgeous.
so it's a
Yeah.
work in progress for us. We'll get
Yeah,
there when we get there. So
exactly.
just got to keep the pressure going,
Mhm.
and we'll be able to get to where we need to go.
Mhm.
So we'll make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Well, now that the ice is broken, I guess we can get into the main story here.
Mhm.
So I think you saw the questions I sent you, right?
I
Yeah.
did, and I practiced. I was so thankful you sent them in advance. Thank you so much for that.
No problem. Just to give you a heads up, okay?
Mhm.
So let's go ahead and start with the origin story. So section one is finding her voice. Now, before animation, games, and dubbing became part of your career, where did your love for performing actually begin? And was there a moment when you realized I could make a life out of this?
Mhm. So I, like I said in the beginning, I've been acting since like before I could walk. Like my actual like origin is I would have Sunday night dinners with my family and at my grandparents' house, and like my stage was the fireplace. Like I, anything that I could just perform for or sing or do anything, I just loved it because I always wanted to just entertain and bring, like, you know, a little bit of peace and joy to the world, and peace and joy to the world. um but my mom is an actress, and so I started in theater with her. And I did that all through college, and I went to a musical theater college. Well, I did musical theater in college. And I was very happy to do that. But my love has always been voice acting. Voice acting has always been something that was like something I chose for myself. And so I was going through a really rough time in college, and I decided to take some time away, do some self discovery, and I did that, and then I came home and I booked Meme Bashame. And it was really funny because I thought that I would never get to voice act again. And then the fact that she came, and it was like, this is my chance. I get to do this again. I get to be her. And like Meme Bashame was the starting line,
Hmm.
because she really was someone that they were like, okay, this is a big IP, we can trust Bay. And but things did not get easy after Meme Bashame. They got so much harder. But it was like, I think I can do this. That people see this. She brings so much joy to people, and they laugh, and like, I'm just very honored to get to play someone so lovable.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that character a bit when I saw you on that poster for Bold Monstery, and I was like, okay, well, I might need to check out the show. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
like way before I even wait. Well, actually, I saw the poster before we got to here, and I was thinking, hey, that was amazing work she's done. But there's probably more stuff that's coming your way that you're not even too sure about yet.
Yeah, I think that's the really good thing about acting, is that it's a toss up. It's like, okay, one time, like, I feel safe right now. I mean, it's not a stable job, right? But
Mhm.
it's like anything that comes to you, you just feel so grateful. Like any character I've played, I've been so grateful that I like have been thought of. My favorite thing is like if someone reaches out to me and they're like, "We thought of you as this character. We wrote this for you. Like, do you want to play them?" I'm like, "Oh my god, you thought of me?" I was like, "I'm so happy." Like I inspired you to create, and I think that that's like the main thing of why we do what we do is like we just want people to create and be happy.
Yeah, of course. And like you said before, and I've been saying this for the last few episodes. I think you've been hearing them. It's not an easy job
Mm-mm.
because you got to deal with a lot of, ups and downs and rejections.
Mm-hmm.
But once you discipline yourself with those rejections, you'd be like, it really doesn't phase me as much. I just try to find something else that I can do for now.
Mm-hmm.
And just something else come on. So you're lucky that you get so many like I said, enjoy like the small victories, the small
Mm-hmm.
moments. Because the
Yeah.
big moments will come later.
Yeah, and sometimes the small moments are the big moments. Like I've always been taught with theater is that like any role is there's a saying. It's like there's no small parts in theater. There's no small parts in acting. It's like you make it a small part if you feel like it is. But like it doesn't matter how many lines you have, you can still steal the show. And sometimes you don't even want to steal the show. Like you just need to know what part your character plays in the function of like what their function is in the narrative. And I think that that's really important.
It is important
Mhm.
because you never know what you might miss.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing with rejections is that rejections are really important because sometimes if I got rejected for something that like that was going to take up more time, then I wouldn't have gotten it. And hold on. So if I were to book something and then it took up a lot of time, then I wouldn't have booked something that was really important to me. So like if I got rejected for something, that means that like okay, I could have done this thing now. If that makes any sense. That's kind
It
of hard
does.
to yeah.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes rejections are necessary. Some people think like, oh, well, I ain't going to be able to get into this show or nothing, but you're not paying attention to context of it.
Mm-hmm. And
You
it's
know,
also like, what are your goals? Do you want to be in a show? Do you want to be in anime? Do you want to be in video games? It's like, if you're really sure of what your goals are and what you want for yourself, that's like the best thing. Because then you know, if I got rejected for something, did I really want to be in it anyway?
it exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so listen, take those rejections. No, enjoy the happy moments. Keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that sometimes, those small victories can be big victories too now.
Mm-hmm.
So, next up now, as you said before, you have a background in theater before expanding further into voice acting. Now, what did performing physically on stage teach you that you still carry into a recording booth where the audience can't see you?
Oh, yeah. So the biggest thing is physical acting. If you're recording, you can tell if somebody's like tense. You can tell if they're not moving their body. You can tell if they're not feeling it. So that one's really important and is like the physicality of it, even though you're just hearing my voice. Like, see, I'm talking with my hands. You can tell I'm talking with my hands. If I were to
Yes.
talk like this, it'd just be kind of like this. But it's like if I feel passionate about something, my body will express it. And the thing with theater is like, that's the extremity. Like if you are feeling something physically, we always say you want to hear it like let Granny hear you in the back. Like Granny Smith's back there, and if she doesn't hear the that one line, she's gonna be pissed as hell. Like you got to get it all the way out there. And I think that that's really important. But another thing that's also really important is a lot of actors, like the COVID voice actors, a lot of them have not done theater, or they've done, or like they haven't done D&D or something like that, and they don't know what it's like to record with someone. They don't know what a scene partner is like. When you have a scene partner, that is like game changer because you're actually talking to someone and you know who you're talking to, because you can tell when you're acting if you don't know who you're talking to. Especially if you're not doing dubbing. Like if you don't have anything in front of you, you don't know who you're talking to. But like, we don't get to record together. So it's very important that you know what it feels like to have that chemistry with someone else. And that's what theater really taught me, was like to have like, it's a game changer to have chemistry with someone.
And sometimes the theater acting can transition into the voice acting. Like you can take what you learned from theater into what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. Now, if you remember, the Demon Slayer movie that came out last year, that's made over almost $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Channing Tatum, who was in that movie, and he's an actor. He's never.
Oh yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm kind of surprised that he managed to agree to be in an anime film. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
much, he took what he learned from acting and physical into voice acting when they got to the Demon Slayer movie, and that kind of surprised me. I didn't think he would do something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's probably I didn't get to see the movie, but it is.
Never,
I
neither did I. I'm not a Demon
yeah.
Slayer person, so I'm
I'm
sorry.
not either. But with him, I wonder if it was probably like a passion thing. A lot of people are very passionate about getting to do anime like once or twice. They're like, that's gonna be the dream, and then they realize maybe this isn't the dream. But like, I bet you it was probably like a passion thing that he was like, I want to do it, but I can't speak for him. But I think that it's
I understand.
a
It's
really
just an example.
thing. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, you'd be surprised how many actors there are out there who took what they learned from theater. Like, listen, there's a lot of people in like California and Texas who do a lot of physical theater and they
Mm-hmm.
end up in like animated shows and, movies and everything. So it's kind of like back and forth. Nothing really changed.
Yeah. There's like the thing with theater and voice acting is it's a balance because different genres require different types of acting. So if you took like film, stage, and voice acting, it's kind of like a mixture of film and stage, and then you get voice acting.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fun thing to really experience too.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much you get to be yourself in both areas.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. So, all
I know
right.
we're both thirsty because it's so hot outside.
I know, especially in Georgia. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's hot. Dad, I just haven't drank anything all morning.
Oh, stay hydrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, next up, now, voice actors here know constantly before getting that one transformative yes. What was an early rejection, setback, or difficult period that ultimately changed the performer you became?
So, um, this one is a very transformative. So like I told you, I started acting when I was 9, and I joined a professional. Well, they weren't quite professional yet. I was in the advanced class of this acting studio, and I went to this. I went to the advanced class pretty soon. Like it's an improv. It was a lot of improv stuff, which is very important in theater, and in voice acting. But so I went to this studio, and I was in the advanced class, and I had a chip on my shoulder because I got in the advanced class so soon, and I was really young, so it's like I didn't have any like humbling experiences yet. Um, and so I we were asked to audition for the show, and so I was like, okay, we're gonna go to this audition, and I felt like really confident, and I didn't. I got rejected. But they asked me to do if I wanted to be a part of the ensemble, and they texted me. And they don't usually do that. Like they usually like will put up like a casting call, and then it was like really important to them to ask me if I wanted to be a part of this ensemble. Um, well, like I said, I was like 10. And so I replied and was like, how dare you assume that I only want to be in the ensemble? I deserve so much more than this. Like, do you know who I am? Like, pulling that, like, crazy thing of, like, oh, do you know who I am? So, it was a learning lesson because my teacher called me in front of everyone else in the class and chewed me out for, like, an hour and a half. And I learned to never, ever talk to casting like that ever again. It was a huge transformative moment, and it was very humbling, and it was like, okay, I never want to repeat what I did because that could really hurt me in my career and also hurt the person that was thinking of me. But I was so young, I didn't know yet. So that was like a very big moment of, oh shit, like I can't do that ever again. I don't ever want to do that again. And I didn't want to go to the show, but she forced me to go to the show.
She forced you.
Yeah, she forced me to go, and I was like, oh, this is awful. Because all my other friends decided to be in it, and they got in it, and it was like, wow, that was like a really big wake-up call about like humbling myself and knowing what place I was really in the acting sphere. So that was fun.
Wow, that's amazing. And the teacher kept chewing you out and all that stuff. That's insane. Like, was it tough love or was it?
I think it was tough love. I think that she was very much like, I really care about you, but if you ever because it was embarrassing to her because I was her student.
Oh
So
no.
it was like why, like, you can't do that. And like I totally was I'm very grateful that she did that because it was a transformative moment. And I was
Okay.
really happy to have that when I was this young. I mean, now I'm grateful. Back then it was extremely like humiliating and awful, but those types of moments like really transform you into who you are and like how you handle things professionally. So because of that, I've handled things a lot more professionally. Um
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Well, well, here's the thing. You'd be surprised how many people are going to push you past your limits. So I was like, listen, they just want you to be successful at what you're doing. Like,
Mhm.
shoot, like listen, the stuff that you're doing, it's a never ending situation. And it's
Mhm.
like, I want to make sure I get it right. We all want to make sure you
Yeah.
get it right. Even if it means we have to sit down and have these heart to heart or tough loves of conversations,
Mhm.
whatever it takes. Because listen, you have so many people, and listen, and I like how you said it. You know, the people aren't saying like, no, we don't want you. We got this other person, but they still want to bring you back because you're capable.
Mhm.
That's the main
Yeah.
thing. If they're saying, "Hey, no, we don't want to get rid of her. No, no, bring her back. She's valuable to what we're trying to do." That
Mhm.
that that also matters too. So I think they also people need to understand, like there are times where you're gonna have to prove yourself, but
Oh yeah.
as long as but you also got to make sure that you trust yourself as well.
Mhm.
Sometimes I don't trust myself. I do stupid things.
Mhm. I think
So,
that's the thing. It's like we're human, and if you like, failure is the greatest teacher. It's the fastest teacher too. It's like, okay, if I failed at this thing, it's like, okay, maybe I need to work harder at this one thing. Like, there's so many like transformative moments where you just have wake up calls.
mhm. Wake
Mhm.
up calls, all that stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
it just makes sense. And I think, out there's still going to be people who's going to critique your work. There's
Oh
going to be
yeah.
people, some may be positive, some be negative, but it's what you decide to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so. There was one thing that I saw that was awesome was when Nokotan came out. It had a lot of mixed reviews with the dub, and which all dubs do. So it's kind of like that thing of like the sub versus dub thing where people who watch assume that like, oh, I could do better at this. I could do it, and then they like have the opportunity to do it or like try, and they're like, okay, wait, this is really hard. Why did I think I could do this? And with Nokotan, like there would be things where I would like look and see if people liked my voice and or liked Meme Bashame, and then I saw a video where somebody was like, um, "You you are the actor. Your place is not in the Reddit threads. Your place is not going through the hate comments and trying to like, fight with people or feel like your worth is there. Your place is on stage and you need to like keep that. These people that say these things, they think that they have the right to say these things about you because they have the free speech. They're like, "Oh, well, I feel this." And it's like kind of like a projecting thing almost of like, oh, I feel like I could do this, and instead of them actually working and practicing or doing what they want to do, they take down other people because it makes them feel better about their insecurities. But it was really important to me to see that where someone was like, girl, why are you in the threads? Why are you down there? Your place is on the stage. Get up. Like you're the actor, you're the person, like you're the influencer, so get up.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a lot of people who like to just go on the internet. Sometimes I be seeing people so many attacking others and be like, they're just doing this because they want attention and
Mm-hmm.
they're just jealous of your success.
Mm-hmm. No,
You know,
exactly.
that happened. I've been seeing a lot of that stuff going on where people be, no matter who you are, if you're a voice actor, a drag queen, a tattoo artist, what
Mm-hmm.
they're all trashing people in the comment section, but it's not going to stop us from being great.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Mm.
So yeah, just but yeah, Bay, I will say this, Bay, you're in a good position right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Thank
So
you.
so so please don't stop what you're doing.
Oh no, I'm not gonna stop. I love what I do. I'm just so grateful that I get to do it, and I think that's one thing that kind of puts me in a place of like gratitude whenever I get cast for something. It's like, oh my gosh, you thought of me. Like I get to act. I get to be in the booth today. I get to spend time with you while recording. Like that's something that's so important to me, is like building relationships, because it's like, okay, like everyone in Nokotan is so close to me. Like the engineers that we worked with in Nokotan with Alcatea, they're super close to me. Like anybody that another studio I'm working with Centauro right now,
Hmm.
which is amazing. I love Centauro. They're close to me. Like I just make connections because it's like we're doing this for a reason and I want to find that connection. If I'm working with someone, I don't want it to be like a, oh, hey, like, I want to get in a session and be like, how was your weekend? Oh, are you still working on that EDM project? Like, what are you doing? Like, because I think that it's like building something together, that when you build something and you show that you want to be there and show up, you have such a better product.
Just keep showing up and keep putting in the work.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing too. I mean, congratulations on 100 episodes. That's freaking crazy. And you've only been doing it for a year. Like I'm super happy for you too. Like you proved that that's what you wanted to do and you did it.
Yeah, just gotta figure out the other stuff later. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about more after we finish. But yeah, I just didn't
Yeah.
think I'd get this far.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a main thing, is like people are like, "Oh, I didn't think I'd get this far." Like same for me. Like I never thought that I would get this far. And so the fact that I am, it's just like I just got to keep going. I just got to keep getting better, because my goal is to always outdo myself and get better and better and better while still
Yeah,
taking good care of myself.
exactly. Take care of your mental health.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
I mean, I've been doing this for a while. It's like, I'm already knee deep into the stuff. I can't stop now.
Yeah.
So let's keep doing what makes us happy. There's still a lot of
Yeah.
work to be done, but we're making it work.
Exactly.
So, all right. So we're out of that session. Now we're in section two. So this
Yes.
is going to be a two-part question, okay?
Okay.
So your range stretches across different ages, personalities, accents, and genders. Now, when you receive a character with very little information, what is the first thing you search for to discover who that person is rather than simply deciding what they should sound like? Part two.
Mhm.
Between theater dubbing, original animation, and interactive projects, which medium forces you furthest outside your comfort zone? And what does that challenge bring out of you as an actor?
Okay. So, for very good questions. First part is that if I can remember what you said, he is like, oh, okay, I got it. So if I get like an audition, the first thing I go through is the entire thing. I look at every single character that's on the spec, like on the sheet. I look at like the setting, the function of the characters. Like I'm trying to figure out the puzzle to know what my characters, like we said earlier, function in the narrative is.
Right.
Because if I can figure that out, it's like, okay, cool. Like that's why I'm here. Um, and that's what they want from me. And the thing I've always learned is it's find the character and then the voice will come. It's, and you've probably heard this with everybody you've talked to, but it's voice acting. It's acting over the voice. It's like sometimes if I create the character just naturally with my personal experiences, somebody that I know will just come out. And I'll be like, oh, okay, they sound like this. Like, and I have like the emotional recall kind of with that. Like, okay, this person's this person. Like, they remind me of this. Like, so setting, function of the narrative, how old they are, where they're from, like setting, if they want a specific dialect, and just like how they talk too, like their vernacular, to be like, okay, they sound like this. Because sometimes you can get a script and it'll be like, oh, okay, they speak like this. They have this accent. When I got my script for Cobell from Memento Mori, she literally speaks with her accent. And she has an Appalachian, like Southern accent. But when I was reading it at first, it sounded like an Irish accent. So I was like, what is this? But I knew that she had an accent because of the way that they wrote her lines, which was really cool. I was like, whoa, that's cool. So it's like a puzzle piece. It's like, what goes here? What goes there? But I like that puzzle if I find more stuff, because it kind of pushes me as an actress. Yeah.
Hmm. And then for part two.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know if you had anything to say about part one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna I was just gonna let you like answer all of them, and
Oh,
then I was
okay.
gonna respond to everything.
Yeah, I got you. Perfect. So part two, I have been lucky enough to do a lot of cartoons lately, and I've been doing prelay, which is when you don't. It's usually like English language, so like I'm the original voice actress. I don't dub anyone. It's like my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also seeing like we don't have the things like officially animated yet. There's no one you're following. There's no like sometimes there's a scratch track. But prelay is difficult because it's like, okay, I'm the voice and it's me, but it's like you kind of second guess yourself, and it's kind of really been pushing me to be like, this is a new thing I haven't gotten to do, and I know that I'm important because they chose me, but kind of I get stuck in my head of like, well, can I do this? Because
Right.
it's so difficult. It's so much different than dubbing because you're not even you're not even doing lip flaps. The lip flaps aren't even there yet usually. So it's like the timing, you stick to the character voice, and like also just like making sure that you understand like what's going on with like the creator's vision. So
Right.
it's been really difficult, but I'm so honored that that people are seeing me as like the original voice, which has been really cool.
Yeah. That's great. Now I can respond to both of
Okay.
these. Yes,
Yay.
I wanted the full thing so I can so but yeah, all when you do like different projects, of course you gotta do with deadlines, right? Deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
And you got different genres, different perspectives because you're dealing with multiple characters with different situations. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, so how can I put my personality in each of these characters that I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much it's like, oh, we're doing a game, sure. Then it's movies, then it's TV shows. It's pretty much it goes hands hand together. But also accents. I like how some of y'all guys have accents to help bring those to the table. Because I've spoken to who did I speak to earlier this year? She's dating Cedric. Ariana Catardo. She's dating Cedric Williams Jr. Yeah, they're dating. Um,
Oh, okay.
she has an Australian accent. And I was like,
Ah.
that's cool. That's sick. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, she said I practice. I think I've had it for a long time. I don't know what her heritage is. I forgot to ask.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those accents can be helpful if y'all trying to do like, I don't know, like a Russian kind of thing or I don't know, like Australian or English. I don't know
Yeah.
how many accents have you learned up to this point?
Oh God. So many. I love. Oh, there you
I
go.
had to fix the thing. Go ahead.
There you go. I absolutely love accents. They're incredible. And specifically, my favorites are my Irish accent. The cool thing with Irish too is that there's so many different dialects in Ireland. So mine is like a Northern Dublin accent. And the cool thing with Irish is I love accents because specific regions have specific mouth shapes. So like with British or RP or anything like that, they have a wider kind of mouth, and their tongue goes to the top of their roof. So it's kind of like this. So it's like you have a little bit of more of like an open mouth, and you kind of talk like this. So then, but like the Irish accent, all you do is it's very smiley. So you like smile, and it's kind of very, very like it goes over the top of your mouth, which is very cool. And so you can switch very easily just by moving your mouth, which I
Okay.
think is so cool.
That
But
is cool.
for Cobell, when they called me in, which was my first LA gig, they didn't know I had an accent.
Wow.
They didn't know I was Southern, and they wanted a Southern accent. And I was like, you guys realize I'm native to Georgia, right? Like, I am Southern. And they were like, what? Oh my gosh. And I was so happy that, like, they still chose me. They didn't even know I had an accent. But because I've been in theater for so long, with also, like, with acting, you learn euphonic neutral, which is the actual, like, dialect of, like, North America. We have so many different dialects, but, like, also, like, it's really cool because you, like, want to have, I had an ADHD moment. What am I saying? Basically dialects.
Dialects.
But you start from your natural voice, and then you move and figure out what you can sound like. And I think it's really cool. Russian is also really fun. I love that one.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff what I've seen in cartoons where they do like all kinds of accents. I'll give you a few examples. One of them is funny, okay? So, there's something like there's this old like thing they had like on Cartoon Network called Wedgies or something, these shorts that keep you occupied before they do the next TV show. They had this thing called the Bremen Avenue Experience, where they have like a garage band and stuff. I don't know if you remember that stuff from back then. But they were saying like I want to try something different, he was singing like life gets you down in a weird accent. It was like that doesn't sound right, kind of. Hey, and then they stopped said, "Wait, what's wrong? Oh, dude, what is with that accent?" And well, okay, well, like hardcore rock music came from like London, like the Beatles and whatnot, kind of thing. I had to send you a clip later, but it's kind of funny. But
That's
yeah,
so funny.
I was like, did the Beatles really come from London? I don't know.
Yes. Yes, they're English.
Oh, I didn't know. I couldn't tell.
a lot of punk and like grunge music is from the UK, which is really funny because there's a specific genre, and I think it was metal, but they started sounding like they were British because they were trying to impersonate the metal guys in British, and then the British people were starting to sound American because they were doing like
Okay.
the opposite, which was
Yeah,
really
that makes
funny.
sense now.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes
Like
sense.
Queen and stuff.
All right. And then the other one, this one was with Batman. Okay.
Oh, I love
So,
Batman.
so there's this scene in the Justice League called Maid of Honor, and they're
Mm.
dealing with Vandal Savage, because he's Russian kind of thing, Vandal Savage. So here's what happened. So there's this guy that Batman was trying to interrogate, but he was speaking a different language, and I was like, "Oh, I dropped dead when I heard him speaking a different language." So he was saying, "Who are you working for?" And then the guy was saying, "It's just say Borje, don't understand the Borjes," meaning you can't understand the word that I'm saying, and even if you did, I wouldn't tell you anything.
That's
But
funny.
but then you're gonna laugh at this, babe. You're gonna drop dead, okay? Because guess what he was like. Intem destan donamat.
Yeah.
I dropped dead when I saw this. I was like, oh crap.
Oh, yeah. Batman.
He
Did Batman say that?
yes, and it
Yep.
means I can and
Yeah.
you will.
I love Batman. I love Batman. We've been watching Batman Beyond. Oh, have you seen Batman Beyond?
Who you think you talk to?
I know. I was.
Yes, I got Batman right there.
I love Batman.
Shoot, I got the Batmobile down here, the Batman statue from Arkham Asylum. Come on now.
The
Who you think you
first
talking to?
accent that I actually learned was Harley Quinn's voice. So like that was like one that was really important to me was Harley's.
So-
And I love.
And guess what? I was like, you know what? Batman is rich. He can afford to learn a few languages.
Oh yeah, of course. He's got time on his hands. He's totally got time on his little bat hands.
So,
Um,
but yes, I dropped dead when he clapped back and it's in a different language. I was like, do y'all know who y'all dealing with?
the clap back night.
Yeah, but go on. You said Harley Quinn's accent, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I learned Harley Quinn's, and then one of my first shows that I did an accent with, I had two, but it's always this accent, like it's the New Jersey like Harley Quinn, like like the Bronx type of accent. And in my demo reel, it's the very last thing that I do is like a little thing with Harley's thing, because it's like a callback to her because I've always done it. And it's very important to me because she was the first one. And I loved, like, one of the things that I learned to do a lot of voice acting stuff was recall. So, like, I would, if I was watching any type of anime, I would just copy. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, this is what it sounds like. This is what, like, this would be, like, matching the time and, like, how they sound. Because it was just really cool to me. I was like, whoa, I love doing that. My partner also did that, which I thought was really cool. Like, we had that in common, that he also did that. And we just love learning little silly voices. I love being little silly guys. Like, I love it.
Okay.
It's like you want to add more whimsy to the world, you know?
Yeah, gotta add whimsy to it.
Oh,
So
of course.
it's fun. But yes, those having to be able to play those accents, different perspectives with these characters. Because I know even in games, even in games and movies that you got to play different accents as well.
Oh yeah, like Baldur's Gate 3, like the narrator. I can't think of her name. I feel like it's Elizabeth something, but she's absolutely incredible. And I love the voice that she does for the narrator.
You said it's Elizabeth.
I feel like it's Elizabeth. Google it. She's the narrator. Baldur's Gate 3. Have you played Baldur's Gate?
I've heard of it. I need to check out the game.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
You said Baldur's Gate 3, and you say it was narrator. Oh gosh, you know how they do like those what's like I can't remember what other accents were in the game as well. Hold on.
Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
So like Carlax's accent
Okay.
is kind of like I watched the interview that she talked about. I also can do Carlax's accent. That's like one of my favorites. Is kind of like a rough I think she said it was a little bit of like Liverpool, maybe Essex, something. I'm totally gonna get screwed in the comments because people are gonna be like, you don't know British dialects, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but she's like Cockney. It's like a mixture of Cockney and something else, like working class British.
You talking about Amelia Tyler? It's not Elizabeth.
It's not Elizabeth. Amelia sounds like Elizabeth. My middle name's Elizabeth, but yes, Amelia Tyler. She's absolutely incredible. She's also in Pathfinder, and incredible actress. And I love her narration voice for Baldur's Gate.
Well, hey, she got to put it on the table to make sure it's good.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the Baldur's Gate people are from the UK, so their natural accents are more in the RP sphere.
Okay. Well, shoot, I'll make sure to take a look at it then. Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I think you can also buy it.
I don't have Steam.
Really?
No, I don't. All I got is the Xbox, Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah. Sometimes the Nintendo stuff has like Atome stuff or like Steam stuff. A lot of my games I'm in are on Steam.
I'll look into it.
Mm-hmm. Or the App Store. Like Memento Mori's on the App Store.
I understand. All right. Well, sure. I'll make sure to take a look at it then. I'll see what I can do. So, last question, and then we'll be in section 3 because we're about to do some character deep dives.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, sometimes the best performance isn't the biggest or loudest one. Mm-hmm. Now, how have you learned to trust subtlety and silence in voice acting, especially when a character's emotions aren't explicitly written into the dialogue?
Mm-hmm. I know we're about to get to Meme Bashame, so like this is a good opener with her.
Okay.
She doesn't she barely speaks. So like Meme will come in at different times. And so you'll see her in like different places, and she'll always be eating. And I don't know if you've gotten to watch a little bit of Nokotan.
I've seen a few good minutes, but I never
Mhm.
finished it because sometimes I like to pivot to other things. I gotta stop
Sometimes.
pivoting. Listen, I gotta get back to Crunchyroll. I've been watching like the Japanese version of Bakugan lately, and then I've
Hmm.
been watching Beyblade. So
That's one of my nicknames is Beyblade.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now. Oh, that
Yeah.
makes okay. Now I get it. Yes, I be pivoting to other shows, but but in my mind, I need to get back to Crunchyroll. I keep pivoting.
Mhm.
I need to
Well, a
stop
lot of
doing that.
anime is also now on Tubi, which I really appreciate, which is, free completely. Like there's so much stuff. They found a lot of like lost media and put it on
Mm,
there. Like all the cartoons from Cartoon Network, they're like all on there.
yeah, I gotta
And
stop
Static Shock is on
it.
Tubi.
There you
Yeah.
go, Static Shock. You did say
Static
you liked the show,
Shock. I
but yeah,
do.
I gotta stop pivoting and get back to Crunchyroll
Hmm.
because
Well,
my
Nokotan's on Amazon too. There's
okay.
a lot of anime that are on Amazon.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so the thing with Meme is that because she's in so many different like places, I don't see every episode. So I would only be allowed to see what episode I was in because, copyright stuff and like NDA
That's
stuff.
right.
So I would see bits and pieces, and I'd have to take bits and pieces and be like, okay, this is what's happening. Oh, okay, what's happening? But Nokotan's so absurd that it's like, okay, like you don't need to know what's happening all the time. So I would build Meme with like little bits and pieces that I would find. And I really just found who she was as a person and how she would actually talk. Because she talks like this. This is how she talks. So she's got she's very relaxed. And I love her, but like the thing with her is that she makes a lot of noises. So that was like a subtle thing too. Is like even if I don't have lines, I'm making noises. I'm gonna make reaction sounds that are crazy. Like that's what I'm gonna do. Um.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sometimes, listen, I always be saying to people, hey, it's always the quiet ones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because like you don't know what they're actually doing, and I think that that's the job of an actor is to if you don't have that many lines, that's fine. Figure out who you are as a character because and write your character like with what the information you have is because then you can really put yourself in that position and find the similarities that your character has with you and the differences.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, but and guess what? You also gotta pay attention because you never know what they're hiding. Sometimes it's beneath
Oh
the surface. It's beneath the surface.
yeah.
That's the fun part. But not knowing's part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really be upset about that. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, well shoot, I need to give it another watch. I'm trying to try the new shows, but I keep pivoting to old stuff I be watching. I be watching, like I said, Bakugan, Beyblade, regular show.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta stop pivoting from
Well,
Crunchyroll.
those are your comfort shows. So that makes
Mhm.
sense. Like one of my tattoos, you can see it is Nana. I have 6 tattoos. But
Mhm.
my favorite anime of all time is Nana. This was my first tattoo. And I've seen it like 14 times all the way through and there's like 45 episodes.
Okay.
And that was like my comfort show. Um especially with neurodivergent because I'm neurodivergent, but because of like neurodivergent stuff, people are very commonly like, "Oh, I'm gonna rewatch my comfort show. Like I'm gonna rewatch this. I'm gonna do this and this and this over again because it's comforting." So I when I was little, especially like I would have things I would just rewatch over and over again, especially Oron High School Host Club too, which is Oron, so good. Have you
Is
seen
that
Oron?
wait, is that the one with Caitlin Glass in it
Mm-hmm.
and Lucy Christian?
Yes, they're so
Yeah.
incredible. And
I think you saw that I met Lucy Christian twice this year, right?
I did not. I would love
Yes,
to
I
meet
met her
her.
at Bold Monstery and I met her at GalaxyCon twice.
Mm-hmm.
I gave her a present. I gave her a
Aw.
gift. I gave her some cookies from Publix.
Ooh, that's a great gift. I love a Publix cookie.
Well, I had to give them something after My Hero Academia ended, so I had to give her
Mhm.
something.
Oh, especially oh my gosh. Speaking of My Hero Academia, one of my really amazing people that I met is Mr. Aizawa, which I can't think of his name right
Yeah,
now.
Chris Wimkamp.
Yes, Chris Kemp. In my first con, this was like such a sweet moment. He came up to me, and because we were guesting, he came
Right.
up to me and he was like, "You're Bay Doxey. I've been wanting to meet you. Like, you're doing amazing work, and I hope you keep up, like what you're doing." And I was like, Mr. Aizawa just talked to me and knew who my name was and has watched my show and was like that nice to me. Like, and so now we see each other at cons. And I'm like, you know, like it was such an amazing moment of like, this is where I need to be. And also, they're just people. Like, you're
It
just
is
like,
me.
Chris is a guy. Like Ryan's a guy. Like I also met Mallory Rodak, who
I
was
met her.
my
I met her too.
she was my booth buddy, so she was right next to me, and she's incredible, so sweet. Melissa Fawn was there. Ryan Colt Levy was there, who's very sweet. Love them. And this was which con was this? This was my first ever con, which was it's in WasabiCon.
WasabiCon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was at WasabiCon 2 years ago. Yeah, I met
Mm-hmm.
her at Superstar and I met her at GalaxyCon this year too. So that was like two
Mm-hmm.
times I've seen her. I gave her a present as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
gave her I gave her hey, I gave her this Furman bracelet that I found in GameStop.
Oh,
So I was like,
she
hey,
would love that.
yeah, I gave it to her and I gave her a little card. So hey, I
Aw.
say, hey, I hope you wear this going forward at these conventions and your social media posts, okay?
You're like,
So
I scoured the GameStop for this for you.
yeah, so they like the presence I'm giving. I'm some of them are already, like I said, I've already met Rico three times, 2024, 2025, and 2026. Rico Fajardo, yeah, now he's following me on Instagram.
Hi.
So, listen, like I said, y'all just people at the end of the day. I just want to hang out with you guys. But
Mm-hmm.
some of you guys like in different like states is like it's hard for me to get to. And it's
Oh
like
yeah.
money wise. Like I guess I have to be part of the industry if I want to get to you guys or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the podcast is good and all. I mean, I'm doing a good job with that. I don't think I should stop it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you're showing an interest that you care about our lives and that
hmm
that you want to learn more about the industry. And I think that that's very admirable of like you care and you're making an effort to talk and get to know us.
hmm whatever it takes. Because like I say, you guys are just people. At the end of the day, babe, we're just trying to live.
Exactly. We're just trying to live and we're passionate about what we do.
hmm So that's all we're trying to do. But yes, but yeah, I've been appreciating everyone. I've been getting some gifts when I can. If y'all get to where I am, like if it's
Yeah.
drivable distance, then yes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, like I had to bring the cookies with me to Florida when I met Lucy.
I love
So
cookies.
she appreciated and guess what? She even agreed to sit down and talk to me,
Yeah.
but she had to catch her flight home.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I had
Yeah.
to respect that. But
Oh yeah.
don't worry, I'll be able to talk to her soon. She gave me a way to contact her later.
Oh
So,
good. Yeah.
so can't say it here. That's why I say just contact.
Oh yeah.
So
Of course. Of course.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. Listen, I ain't that stupid now.
No, she's her honey senpai was actually one of the first voices that I learned. Uh and the little boy voice, like, he talks like this. Like, well, he doesn't talk like that. It's like, Haru-chan, it's been ages. Like he's so cute. Like I can't even do it because she's so great at it, and I just really, really, really admire her and Caitlin Glass. I would love to be directed by Caitlin Glass.
I met her in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they cancel that convention this year? Because she was supposed to come in Savannah in July, but they canceled it
Oh,
for no reason. They don't have a reason. They didn't have a reason why they canceled it.
the whole convention? Which
Yes, they
convention?
canceled it for no reason.
Hmm.
And now it's like we
Oh.
have to wait until next year. Like y'all need to give the people their money back because now you're holding the money hostage until next year.
Hmm. I don't know about
I
that.
heard, I heard stories that the person in charge is kind of an a-hole. So it's yeah, but I'll figure that stuff out later. But as long as I just keep putting in the hard work, I won't give up on you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think people are starting to notice because look, you managed to you like people Sky Santa Cruz, right?
Oh, of course. Sweet.
Yes,
I love Sky.
she managed to find me because I've been making because everybody see me around the voiceover community lately.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I reached out to you because you were interviewing a bunch of my friends. I was like, I want an interview. I was like, let's talk. I want to talk.
I didn't say no. I let you
Yeah,
in.
you were like, oh my gosh, hey. Yeah.
So yeah, just listen. Like I said, when you met Chris Vanker, keep putting in the work. The rest of the stuff will come later.
Oh
It will
yeah.
come. It may not be exactly because listen, I'm still trying to get this. Listen, even though I made it to 100, I'm still trying to get to where I need to be. Still,
Yeah,
there's still much more
exactly.
stuff to do.
Hmm. Like the starting line, like Meme Bashame. Like
Hmm
it's the starting line.
hmm I had to, I know some of you guys are just making sure I'm okay. I'll be
Hmm.
saying like, like people are saying, telling me like, you don't have to prove anything to us.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
exactly. You're brave enough to reach out. I mean,
hmm
that's something for itself. A lot of people kind of put us on pedestals. And
hmm
it's like, I don't want to be on a pedestal. I'm just a human. Just talk to me about my day. Talk to me about what I care about, not just what I'm in.
it exactly.
Hmm.
Like, what you did. Did you go out for ice cream kind of thing?
I love ice cream. My favorite ice cream is red velvet ice cream with this little ice cream creamery that's near me. It's called Buttered Udder, and I absolutely adore it. And
Whoa.
they have little ice cream, so it's like a vanilla based kind of like red velvety ice cream, and then it has red velvet crinkle cookies in it, and it's like, oh, it's amazing. I have a sweet tooth.
They just opened Cold Stone right down the street where I am.
Oh, Cold Stone. So yummy. I like I'm telling you, I'm a sweet treat girly. Like I love a sweet treat.
Well, Lucy Christian did tell me that she does have a sweet tooth. She was
Mhm.
saying, and she told me I was so sweet. So after I met her a couple times, she recognized who I was.
Mhm.
So hopefully one of these days I'll talk to her. Now I have a way to reach out later. So, but
Yeah.
with them still promoting My Hero Academia because it's the 10th anniversary, I might have to talk to them. Have to like send out messages, probably like no later than October or early November.
Yeah, they're probably mourning right now. They've been in that show for such a long time. Like I can't imagine what pain that is to go through like leaving their characters.
Hmm
The longest I've ever played a character is like 5 years, I think.
Mm.
And it's like a thing where it's like, okay, are we going back to this? Is it over? Like, because shows, like, we finish, like, dubbing pretty quickly. Like, you're gonna play this, like, if you don't get another season. Like, No Katan was finished, I think, in a few months. Because it's such quick deadlines, and it's like, okay, I don't get to play Mei Mei because we don't know if we're getting a season two. I mean, because
I
usually,
want y'all to
like,
have a season two.
me too. But our mangaka wrote like a lot of the chapters that were in the anime were already like it was a good bit of what they already put in the anime because it's so absurd. But I will say, one of the most incredible things is that uh I had one of my first, she was my first anime character, and she was a lead, like one of the leads, and I have my manga volumes like with her face on them. So like I have a character with like a manga volume with me, and then I've actually got to sign a lot of like manga volumes for people, and it's like, whoa, you want me to sign your manga? I was like, that's me. Which I think everybody was really excited about for Nokotan because all the girls we got like our characters on our stuff, and I was like, ah.
So,
Mhm.
well, that's amazing. So, I mean, I hope you keep keep doing that stuff because listen, even though a show is over, its legacy will live on forever.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna mean something to someone. Like my hero has been with people for a long, long time. And that the transformative stuff that we were talking about, like, and Nana ended on a cliffhanger. They didn't finish it because the mangaka got sick and she went on a hiatus. Ayazawa, and my dream is to be in an Ayazawa production, but she didn't get to finish it. So Nana was like, I would rewatch Nana hoping that there would be like another ending. Like I would be like, oh, I'll get something else out of it. And every time I would rewatch it, it would be like a different part of my life where I was like something that would hit me differently. So like it does live on. Like you'll revisit something, and when you've gone through different experiences, you'll be like, oh my gosh, this hits like this. And I think that's what My Hero is going to do for a lot of people. But I definitely think a lot of them are mourning right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Characters.
Yeah, I kind of figured. So that's why I was like, hey, I know y'all still going to be doing that stuff. So I was going to give him some time. And yes, I did meet Justin Briner too. If you saw my post on Instagram, yes, I met him too. I was telling him, sorry I didn't meet you throughout those 10 years. You know, I was telling him I was in school. I was like, no, stay in school, man. You're fine. Stay in school. So he signed my figures and everything. So I also got his stuff as well. So I might be able to talk to him soon. So it's, but like I said, I want to give it some time first. So that's why I say I'll reach out probably no later than October, late October, early November. They might have to be in season 4 because they're still busy.
Oh, yeah.
So I know what to do. But yes, you know, even my dad, I told Dad, I'll give you an option. Would you rather go back to the beginning? We'll come back to the final season at a later date. So that's what he said. So we can do that. So I was like, all right, that's fine. Because I know once we get to the end, that's it.
Yeah.
So you get the picture. But yeah. No matter what happens, those shows are going to live on in our hearts. You know, now that you said this transition to section 3, I was going to say enter Meme Bashame. So then along call My Deer Friend Nokotan and Meme Bashame. Now, oh yeah, this is going to be a 2-part question and a funny one too.
Okay.
Take me back to when you first encountered Bashame. What was your initial reaction to this rice obsessed agent of chaos?
Oh yeah.
Part 2, Nokotan operates on an almost ridiculous level of unpredictability. When you're performing comedy that absurd, how do you keep Bashame feeling like a genuine character simply trying to make every line funny?
So we talked about her a little bit, but I definitely will go into when I saw her for the first time. So I got the people that I booked this with are Alcatea Audiovisual, which they're also cloud dubbing. So they do a bunch of stuff in there in Brazil. And which in Brazil, the anime is huge. They love anime. But yeah, so I got a friend, Josh Portillo. He messaged me and he was like, hey, can you put your voice in for something? Like, I didn't know what it was. It was kind of undercover thing. I had no idea. They asked me to send in a comedy monologue. I sent it in. I booked it. And I was like, huh? Okay. And so then I was told I booked something and I was going to meet the director, but I didn't know what it was. And so I have this meeting and I see an anime on screen. Like, they're like, this is your show. And I'm like, what? Because my dream was to be an anime, you know, like a lot of voice actors. I was like, what? Like, there's an anime? So I was freaking out. And then I see her. And the scene we did was the very beginning, like where she shows up and she's asleep on the steps. And she's just like this, and she's like, and you're like, oh my God, what are you? And she has like this crazy hair that's like green, and she's got stuff sticking out. I was like, what is she? What is this? What? And so I heard the Seiyu, which my Seiyu is Fuka. And so I heard her and I was like, okay, got it. And she has a specific texture to her voice. So with dubbing, you hear the Japanese, and then you're like, okay, go. It's like, okay. So I had to create her voice like in 5 seconds. It was really quick. That's why throughout Nokotan, her voice kind of changes a little bit because I got to know her more. But I heard the texture and I was like, okay, got it. And then I was like, Meme Bashame. Like, you know, like that's how she sounds. Bashame, Meme Bashame. And her name is literally Meme Bashame. So it's like she's
Bash
just a meme.
meme.
Bashame. It's an Meme Bashmeme. She's just Meme Bashame. Sometimes I say Meme bash my head in. So like I just like make her a meme. So I was like, whoa. Basically it was like a whoa kind of thing. Like, this is anime and my character has green hair. And I also thought that it was I've always been a little scared of green hair.
What's
So
wrong
I
with
was
green
like,
hair?
I don't know. It was a thing. And then so I
Uh,
was like, this is karma, because I didn't like green hair. So now my first ever anime character has green hair. And so it was like a humbling thing. It was like green hair, bae.
oh, it's harmless. It ain't gonna kill you.
Well, I was younger. It was funny. It was like, ah! But
Okay.
then
Okay. All right.
I
Go
like it
ahead.
now. I like it. Anybody can have whatever hair color they want.
All right.
It kind of fades kind of weird. So I was like, but then but when I got her, I was like, now I understand, and now I shall have green hair and accept the green hair. But yeah, so part 1 and then part 2. Will you tell me that one again? What
Oh
part
yeah,
2
yeah.
was?
Sorry. Part two is Nokotan operates on almost ridiculous level of unpredictability.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're performing comedy that absurd, how do you keep Bashame feeling like a genuine character instead of simply trying to make every line funny?
So the thing with Bashme is uh you she is a comedy character, right? She's built for comedic relief, but every time she's not on stage, but every time she's not on screen, she's living her life. She's doing things, and she's very into sustainability. And she also really wants to just grow rice and make sure that, like, rice farming, like, you can still. She wants to make sure there's food for everybody. She's a very sustainable person. Her goal is so what happens is, the first episode you meet her, Donald, who's the narrator and one of my best friends, he goes, find out what happens with Maymay's rice field on episode 10. So then throughout, you find out, like, you see her doing little things, and she's been building a rice field in front of the school, like, the club room. So, like, everybody's doing other things, and she's just been building this rice field. And the first time you actually get to, like, genuinely meet her is episode 10. And even though, like, she even has half of episode 10, like, she's still not even in the full show all the time, which was kind of weird for me because she was a main character, and I was like, well, where is she? So then I had to take the little bits and pieces of her and be like, this is who she is. She's not just there for comedic relief. She is a full-blown character. You just don't see her. You don't get to meet
Mm.
her when she's, like, doing her other things. You just meet her when she's, like, halfway through something to make it funnier.
And it
Um,
takes time, don't it? It takes
yeah.
time. But seriously, why is she obsessed with rice? Like what's so great
She
about
loves
it?
I personally love rice. Rice is one of my favorite foods, and I thought that it was also, my family thought it was so funny that I booked her, because one of my favorite foods ever is rice. I love rice. I'm a huge
Do you think it's a
rice.
coincidence?
Oh yeah, for sure. I manifested it. I was like, rice, and I don't like green hair. And then they were like, you can have one or the other.
Oh
You can have one
Lord.
thing you're happy with, and it was fine. But yeah, so I definitely think that it was a coincidence. But she loves rice because it's the most sustainable thing in Japan that you can like
Eat.
you can eat. And she knows that I don't know about her family. Like, I might headcanon she has like a families that are farmers, and she like knows. And like that's her whole thing, is like, I want to make more so everybody can eat. But I really liked that she is a comedic character, but you don't ever see what she's actually doing. You only get bits and pieces of it, which was really difficult for me. But
Wow.
mhm.
That's interesting. Oof.
Especially because like I said earlier, I only get to see the episodes she's in and clips she's in. So it's like, oh God, what happened this episode? I don't know what's happening.
Well, shoot. Now I'm more interested to see the show. Man, y'all keep make me add more stuff to my watch list. Why?
I have clips of just me being Meme, so I can send you those if you want to see those.
But I still need to watch a new show
Yes.
regardless. So,
It's the reason everybody likes Nokotan too is it's for people that love Easter eggs. Like, oh, this is here and this is here because there's so many references. Like, Nokotan has a JoJo face, so like she'll turn into JoJo sometimes from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and she talks like this, and then she has like the animation. It's crazy. Like, it's just a bunch of stuff. It was like Nichijou, which is what kind of we thought it was inspired by. Which if you know that one, it's like the most absurd anime with really cute girls, and but they do crazy stuff. So it's kind of like what it also makes me think of Chainsmoker Cat a little bit, which is the new anime with the cat girl who's smoking like crazy. Like
oh
the
boy.
absurdity.
Okay, I understand. I got you. Well, let's wrap this section up. Then you're gonna like this one, okay? Okay, we have to settle this.
Okay.
After spending that much time playing Bashame, has your relationship with Rice changed at all? And if Bashame herself were sitting at this table, what rice dish are you putting right in front of her?
Oh gosh. Yes, it has changed. I felt like I couldn't eat as much anymore. I was like all this like I was so into like, oh, how much rice am I eating? But then so that was like in the beginning, and then I learned how to make onigiri, and then I started cooking. So like I made I have a tomato fried rice that I make that's really good. And I love cooking. So one of my favorite comfort meals is just wet rice. So it's like anything like soup. If I ever have a soup, I just put rice into it. I just it makes me so happy. So I like had it like on and off at first, and then I was like, no, I need rice back. I love it. So yeah, so there was that. And I also meal prep with rice. I eat rice. It's like one of my main things I eat. My partner's trying to get me to eat more beans too for fiber and stuff. And I'm like, I don't like beans. I just want rice. And he's like, you do like beans. Stop it. Eat those. I'm like, but rice. And then the other thing with Meme is when I sign autographs, I actually write, for her, I write, a shrimp fried this rice. So, like, you know, the shrimp frying the rice meme. So I would write that. But for her, I think it would depend on the day. But I would probably want to see if she liked my tomato fried rice. I just think of like she's like a little gremlin that you have to make sure you eat, that she eats before midnight so she doesn't turn into a gremlin.
I understand. I
Yeah.
can respect that.
But
Okay, well, shoot. I just want to put that in there because I want to. Rice. Ah, can't stop hearing rice.
Oh yeah.
Crazy, interesting stuff. Shoot, sometimes I go to like Seasons of Japan or Sumo's. I like the hibachi stuff. It's delicious.
Oh yeah, hibachi stuff's really good. I think that the hibachi cooks are incredible too because they're performers. So
They
like
know how to put on a show.
they know how to put it in a show. So their job is to perform and cook, which I think is so amazing.
So, oh man, now I want to get something delicious
I
tonight for
know.
hibachi.
Me too. I'm like hungry.
I know. I was
I've only
like,
had dino nuggies today.
oh, well, shoot. Well, you better get yourself some lunch. I mean, it's only like, it's only 4, so
Oh
you
yeah,
got
we're
time.
fine.
So,
My dino nuggies were my lunch and my water.
there you go.
Hmm.
Well, we're getting close to the end here. Before we continue, are you
Hmm.
enjoying our discussion up to this point?
Me too.
Okay. Making sure. Section
Hmm.
4 is Beyond Bashman. Now, this is going to be one question, okay?
Okay.
Now you've worked on smaller and independent productions alongside more recognizable anime work, if I got this correctly.
Hmm.
Um, what can indie projects give an actor creatively that a larger production sometimes can't?
Freedom. So like with really big IPs, you don't have as much freedom. Like think of the Fire Emblem series.
Right?
You are keeping up a legacy with Fire Emblem. Okay, I'm in Fire Emblem. Who am I playing? Like who am I based off of? Like it's a long legacy. Um
They
and
just
like
announced they just announced new people from Fire Emblem
yeah,
today.
I have some friends in it. Mauricio and there's more. I always love when he gets in stuff. He's the sweetest. Um
Yeah, I talked to
uh
him back in season 1.
oh, did you?
Yes.
Such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
And so whenever he gets stuff, I'm like, yay! Yay! And but anyway, so the thing with that is like in the beginning, there was like stuff with indie stuff that was a little bit more freedom, like, and I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit, but like you had more freedom, but now with like glitch and stuff, indie stuff has now become like a huge thing, so the freedom kind of gets taken away a little bit. But if you're talking about like passion projects that you get to do with other actors, that freedom comes back because it's not paid, and it's kind of like, some of them are not paid, but it's kind of a way to be practice and like play a different character you don't usually get to play, and like have more freedom.
Right.
One of my
Because some
really good friends, his name's Orfeo, and he's making a ARG game. So like it's a website that has like a bunch of different I don't know if you know about ARGs. They're like puzzle websites and stuff.
hmm
And he has a fashion line, but he made a whole world with the ARG and the fashion line and stuff. And I play one of the characters in it, and one of the things about it is he wanted us to have something that we don't usually get to play, or we don't feel like we get like don't get typecasted as, or something that like was more important to us. So that's really something too, is like you get to do stuff with your friends that you don't usually get to do when you're on the books.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because sometimes they put you in so many restrictions when you're doing games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's because of, I don't know. Wait, is it because of copyright? I don't think it's because of copyright or situations.
I think that it depends, like what I said with big IPs, is there's a lot more restrictions because it's a legacy. And once you do other IPs, like once I did Memento Mori, people could trust me because I was trusted by that company to be in a bigger
Right,
thing. So
right.
that's a huge thing with like professional projects, is if you get an IP, that means that they trust you.
And
And
you gotta
that
be careful.
goes and that's something too, is like you don't want to like people that like leak stuff and like spoil
Oh, yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
It's just like you ruin your career if you do that. And also, like, why would you ruin that? Like the whole Avatar movie getting leaked, like that was devastating. If you're in that movie, or even people that I had friends in Amazing Digital Circus, like they had their movie leaked and stuff, and like that's
They
devastating.
they did the same thing with Dragon Ball Superhero. There was a network intrusion at Toei Animation in Japan.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
so
know
they
that.
were
I
trying to
love
leak the
Dragon
movie.
Ball.
They were trying to leak the movie before it came out as well with the network intrusion. I read something about that.
Mm.
And also I did meet Sean Schimmel back in May
Uh-huh.
for Bo Matsuri. We sat down. We talked briefly before he had to go and sign the people, but he was interested and wanted to come talk to me at a later date since I
Mhm.
told him about my podcast. But he's sometimes he receives mixed signals on emails and all that stuff, but you got to keep trying. Um, what we talked about was because I saw one of his things up there that's saying like hey, career is not consent. Of course, you got to make
Oh.
sure you have permission because because thing is him as the voice of Goku for years, Japan has put so many restrictions on him
Mm.
because you don't want to like say or do things that's going to jeopardize because like I said, because like recording cameras and stuff that you can say can be like jeopardized against your career, so you got to be
Mhm.
careful. So like when I had like certain camera equipment, hey, cameras off, I'm not doing that stuff. Always ask for consent first, because they're already starting to crack down on the meta glasses right now.
Oh my gosh, I can't even. It's awful.
So
Like
I
I
mean,
definitely had friends, like I have a bunch of friends who are cosplayers, and they're like they don't need to be allowed at cons. Like it's just, AI is just awful. We did pass the No Fakes Act though. So like
yes,
we're protected, thank God. Um but I've had friends who've gotten their voices stolen. Like
yes,
a lot of it's just devastating. My boyfriend's voice was stolen
that's
for a game he
insane.
was in. It was
Yeah.
devastating.
Well, I'm trying to like, I haven't used this in a year now because I was like, so you know what? Maybe I should get back to the GoPro cameras.
No, Goku Pro. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've been using this a few times, but I also asked for consent first before I used to go. Listen, I think the battery's dead because I haven't used it in a while because I was using the glasses, but I was like, let's go back to doing it the old fashioned. Of course, I asked for consent. I'm a responsible person, okay?
Yes, yes, of course, of
So yeah,
course.
but I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to get back to putting the strap on for this.
Yeah.
Because now they're getting ready to crack down on all the glasses and everything. Because there's a few things, and even Beth Pierce was saying like, stop being weird. Stop being weird. So
Beth is
listen,
such a sweetheart. I
and
love Beth.
so yeah, so I was like, fine, I'll give the GoPro another chance, but yeah, I make sure you ask for consent first, because thing is sometimes the battery gets too hot in this thing.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I think it's dead. I haven't used it in a year.
Ah, yeah, the thing with consent is I actually have a lot of stalkers. So going to cons and stuff is pretty it can be really difficult for me sometimes. It's kind of why I stopped. Um but the thing is that like, and I think I talked to you a little bit about this, is that when I was at Wasabi, is that someone told me, they were like, one of the guys that worked there, he was so sweet. I had a guy that was like really creeping me out and was being very, very inappropriate with me. At
I'm
my, like,
sorry.
was yelling at one of my like panels and like was following me, like, and it was just really uncomfortable. But I had so many people protect me, like Mallory and I had like a really deep talk about it, and Ryan too, like that we have stalkers, because the devastating thing is that sometimes fans can't tell the difference from if you are like we're people and we're our characters, so they get us confused and they just see the character, which is totally understandable for some people that can't tell, like, reality apart. But it's really scary and hard because like it breaks my heart if somebody can't tell, because like I don't want to hurt anybody, but I also don't want to be hurt.
I
um
understand. Yeah, I've listen. I also, listen. Back in high school, I was just more concerned about seeing you guys. But listen, I was only 18, but listen. I'm about to be 26 next month, but I'm like a young adult who understands you guys, and I just want to
mhm,
sit. That's why I started saying because I just want to sit down and just talk. Like,
mhm.
let's take a break from the conventions and stuff. Like, what was the last time we just sat down and just like talk like regular
Talk,
people?
exactly. And I mean, that's what an interview is. It's like talking, it's a real conversation and spending time with someone. And like the fact that you're interested in all types of people in our industry, it's like that. And you were talking to cosplayers too. It's like that's just, you
Yeah,
want to get to know people. And you said
yeah,
you also did journalism stuff too, right?
yeah. I did 3 documentaries in college.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, you know what? I can't let my degree be sitting there collecting dust. I got to do
Yeah.
something with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like last week. I just, I think you saw I did stuff for. Well, actually, this is way before you start following me. I did stuff for Pride Month.
Oh
I was talking to drag queens,
yeah. Mhm.
and then we were also. I actually talked to one last week, and we were also talking about the consent thing where people were just recording, and then one of them was let's touch her, and then they kicked him out because I was like, you gotta know when you need to stop. Like, ask for consent before you start touching the performers and all that stuff.
Yes.
And then the other thing too, I've also spoken to LGBTQ voice actors.
Which I am too.
Oh, my bad. I didn't
No,
know.
yeah, you're fine.
I,
I'm bi. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's
oh,
okay.
oh my gosh, I didn't catch that. I thought that.
You're fine.
I'm so
I
sorry.
told you I had a boyfriend. You're totally fine. No, it's
Okay,
okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to.
No, you're fine. My pronouns are she, they. You're good. You're good.
Okay, okay.
Don't worry.
Yes,
You're
I'm
good.
trying to be diverse in this thing too. That's why I just called a conversation. Because I had a little issue with somebody. There's another guy who does podcasts and he does interview VAs, but there was something that caught my attention. He just wants his platform to be all VAs. And he's trying to do like more straight voice actors. And I was like,
Hmm.
wait, now where is this coming from? You just want to do straight voice actors?
Mm-hmm.
That's that's what you're trying to do. But thing is, the world has changed and it's more diverse now. And I'm trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking. I just don't like the way he said it because I was like,
Mm.
because I want to bring more diverse. Listen, do you imagine how many there are music artists and people who are into anime who could also be a part of your anime podcast? Did you think about that? But no,
Yeah.
you just want to make it all just voice actors. With me, on the other hand, listen, I know I have a few voices here and there, but I'm trying to find different people. Like, shoot, you know how many like I brought like a few LGBTQ people. I brought in some people who do mermaid stuff. So,
Oh my
so
gosh, like professional mermaids.
yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
I told you, and I've also interviewed people from different, countries too. One was in the UK. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it diverse. I've also interviewed some,
Yeah.
spicy creators as well, because there's more to
Yeah.
them than just, showing themselves out there. But
Yeah,
but
exactly.
but that's a discussion for another day. I ain't gonna get too graphic here.
Right. But like
So
the thing with that too is that it's its own industry. It's its own every industry that we have is it needs to be respected as its own part of like a genre, like part of the industry. And I think that like we talked about the hibachi chefs. Like who would have thought about that? Like it's just like there's so many performers out there, and that's like something. It's not just voice actors, and also the voice actors do other things. We're not just voice actors.
exactly. Listen, Emily Neves was at a drag event.
Hmm.
She was at a drag event. I was like, well, shoot. See, that's why I say I apologize for not catching up with y'all guys to get my mind together. I apologize.
Oh, you're
Just
fine.
saying.
I love drag. Bob
So
the drag queen went to my college.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kayla Tim Shell was saying, "How dare you? You're a human being, dude. It's part of growing up." So I was a little slow because I was just more into for the entertainment, but it's part of growing up. It takes time for me to understand you guys. Like shoot, like how many times I met Mallory and I seriously want to just sit down and just talk, but sometimes she's super busy.
Hmm.
I mean, especially with Friend, she's been on her Friend business trip for all year.
Oh yeah, I love
So
when she writes like she makes little memes of where she's gonna be, and then she puts like free run in tiny like just in the craziest things, like with an alligator, like with a cowboy hat on. Like I just love it. That makes me so happy. She
mhm,
cares about that character so much, and she
mhm,
plays her beautifully. And
yeah.
she's such a sweet person. I think that that's like one of the best things is like you can tell when an actor loves their character deeply.
Hmm.
I've been able to play a lot. Like a lot of my characters give me cuteness aggression. So I'm like, oh my god, why are you so cute? And
Hmm.
I'm just so happy I get to play such cute little guys. Um,
Well, shoot, that's amazing. But yeah, I still want to talk to her one of these days. But like I said, some of these top people, But even I did talk to Ryan Bartley earlier this year too. She's very sweet,
mm-hmm.
and she kept saying, and we're well. I may be a top VA, but to be honest, I really don't feel it that way. That's just her being humble.
Yeah,
I still like I said, like ever since I started talking to you guys, since I started this thing last year, I really don't see y'all as VAs anymore. I just see y'all as people.
yeah, and
I was like,
that's
that's
like
what
the
I'd be,
best thing.
and that's what I'd be saying. Like, and I'm sorry that happened to you last year. I wish I was there. I could have captured that and done something. Like, listen, when something happens, I'm going to call you out now.
Yeah,
So, like,
I appreciate that. Like, but the con staff was amazing, and
mhm,
also Rue Ryder is a good friend of mine. She's in Nokotan with me, and
mhm,
she protected me. She was there for me. And then Donald's wife was there for me. Like we kind of just like, and everybody that was guesting was there and shared their stories with me, and they were so kind, and it was my
mhm.
first ever convention that I was guesting at. So it was a really wonderful thing to see our community come together and protect each other.
And to be honest, I really don't blame you guys. I mean, y'all doing VAs, you got fans and everything. I mean, look what happened to Zach Angular last year. Where that fan was following him around and all that stuff. I think her and her
Mm-hmm.
family, and she's on the spectrum. She has autism.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, even if you're on the spectrum, you can't be doing that. They
Mm-hmm.
found the hotel he was staying at. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and guess what, babe? I was like, how the hell did y'all? And
Mm-hmm.
I think he liked one of my videos I posted saying like, y'all, oh, you should know own for that and all that stuff. I was like, unfortunately, this is also Zach Angular. And I put the video of that girl being escorted out. So but here's the other thing that I think you might like that I'm about to say, and I think a lot of VAs like it. They're saying, so y'all respect the voice actors, okay? Taking the time out of their day, spending money out of their pockets to come and
Mm,
see us,
yup,
because you guys are spending money out of your
we
pockets.
are.
Mm,
We don't like if we're going to cons, we will lose like a weekend of bookings. And like
mm,
also if you're at a con and you're not in something like mainstream, people won't buy stuff from you usually. They'll be like,
mm.
"Who are you? I've never seen your show." And sometimes you'll be like, "Oh, this is my show." And then they'll come back the next con and be like, "I loved your show. Oh my gosh." Like that was a big thing with Nokotan. A lot of people didn't know what Nokotan was.
Mm-hmm.
Now they know, but like they just knew it as the Shiko Noko 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 no Tan Tan, like
That's
the
cute.
it's so cute. I love it.
So,
Um, Boulder's Gate 3 actually did something with the Shiko Noko Noko Kosh Tan Tan thing. They had like a little animation that they did, and they did like the dance and be like, oh my god, it's crazy.
there you
Um,
go.
but like, I think that, like I said, it's we are people and we take
Mm-hmm.
time out of our days to come see everybody. Like I haven't been able to go see people because I'm trying to save up to leave and go to Colorado with
I
my
understand.
partner. And I want to do more stuff in Colorado. Like I'm going to be able to go to cons and stuff too. And I do audiobooks too, so I want to start going to audiobook
Mm-hmm.
conventions and things.
Okay.
But I just love meeting people, and I don't like to be like, oh, you're a voice actor, like, oh my gosh. It's like, no, I'm just a person and here are my interests, and I've done this profession for a really long time, but I'm still a person.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's you got people need to understand that, And listen, you're lucky that, I'm one of the good ones out there who's ready to speak
Yeah.
up about these things. Like I'll spread awareness as much as I can. Like, y'all, just come on. And
Mm-hmm.
like this, and I also said another thing, like back in 2025 before I went to Anime Week in Atlanta and I met Emmy Lowe, AJ, and all the others. I was like, y'all go enjoy the convention, be safe, be respectful, respect people's boundaries. Let's go home and have a happy Christmas, okay?
Yeah. I love
That's what I
Christmas.
said.
Yeah.
So I think I got like 1,000 likes off of that one because
Oh, good.
the people knew I was being sincere, being genuine, like y'all just respect everybody and let's go home and enjoy the holidays.
Mm-hmm. Hold on
Because it
one
was
second.
Chris.
Let me plug my phone in.
Oh boy, is your phone falling again?
No, it's not falling. I just need my charger. 1 second.
Mm.
There we go. I got an alert. It was like, your phone's gonna die. And I was like, ah!
Oh gosh, well, we can't
I
have
got it.
that.
I saved it. I saved it. And I got
So,
my other water.
oh, there you go. Oh, double. That
Yeah,
works
I,
too.
I have to because I have to make sure I stay hydrated.
There you go. But you see where I'm going with this, right? So, but yeah, just know that I'm one of your supporters out there. I'm one of the good people who's willing to speak up about these things because apparently there's a lot of bad people in this world who just want to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So, hey, life without rules is chaos.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, onward to the next one, which is Bay behind the microphone. You've spoken about wanting your work to become someone's happy place.
Hmm.
Now, when you hear that a character you voice has made someone laugh during a difficult period or become a comfort character for them, what does that mean to you as the person behind the microphone?
It just means I did my job correctly. Like, I started acting because I just wanted people to come to my shows and feel this sincere escape. Like they were like, if they're going through something, if they're struggling, they came out of their way to go to the theater and they can escape for a little bit. But when I did voice acting, um, I thought of it as like my dream is to be in a shojo anime. I want to play a shoujo protagonist really badly. Because shoujo was very comforting to me when I was struggling with my PTSD and in recovery. And so a lot of stuff that I want to do is comfort. Like, you know how we were talking about shows that we rewatch. I want
Hmm.
to be a part of that. I want to be a good memory for someone. I want my characters to, like, if you're at a con and you see a figure of my character and you immediately like freak out, you're like, oh my god, like I want it to be like I played the character so well and fit it that you look me up and you're like, oh my gosh, she played this and this. It's like a cool thing, you know. I think that that's our job, is to be indistinguishable from the character. As actors, like for Batman Beyond specifically, the actor that plays Terry, like that's that's
Talking about
that's Terry.
Wilfredo.
That's him. Like, he
Mhm.
makes that character. I can't think of another person playing him. Like, that is one of the best performances. He's an
Yes.
incredible. I love Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond, Kim Possible, Marvel's
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2015 to 2019.
I see it behind
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one from the movie with
Mm,
Chris Pratt and them. But yeah, yeah, you want to have those characters that's gonna make people like comfort shows. Like I can get
yeah.
away from stuff for a while. Listen, I keep watching all the Batman stuff that Kevin Conroy was in. By the way, he passed away 4 years ago in 2022.
Yeah. Hmm.
He actually passed away after I just completed Arkham Knight. Then I wake up the next morning, he's gone.
Oh. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I was in my college dorm. I was in college at the time because I was trying to get my stuff and my
Mm,
degrees. But yes, when I finished playing Arkham Knight, I wake up the next morning, he's gone. I was finished playing the main story because I've beaten all the side missions and everything, and
mhm.
I just defeated Scarecrow. I wake up and he's gone. And I was like, what? I just finished the
Yeah.
game last night.
Hmm.
Why did Jim Gordon say this is how the Batman died?
And then you were like, great, it was like a manifestation, a bad manifestation.
I was like, was it a bad omen?
Yeah,
But people,
maybe.
but
Well,
but some people were saying like you were just doing like a good tribute to him
yeah, I
last
was
night.
gonna say he would have been really happy to know somebody was enjoying his performance before he passed. That's how I would be. I would be like, oh, you, like, of course I don't want to pass, don't want to go anywhere. But
I
like I'm
know.
saying, like, if anybody were to be watching something I was in and they were enjoying it, it would be like it would be something like, I did my job. I've done it. You can go back and enjoy things that I've done. Like, I think that's like our whole thing as actors and as people. We want to make a footprint and we want it to be a
Mhm.
healthy footprint. We don't
Yeah.
want somebody to be like, oh, I hated this person and they caused me this much pain. It was like you're gonna hurt people. That's the world. Like, you know, you learn and you like the people I hurt at the audition. Like, you know, like it was like, but I took that as a, I'm not gonna hurt anybody anymore and I just want to do my best. And I want
Mm,
people to be happy when they think of me.
yeah.
The thing with the comfort
Uh,
character too is like, one thing I'll say about like the shojo thing is that I would listen to a lot of like comfort audios, like people playing certain characters and stuff. Um, and one thing is like with the shojo thing is like, if somebody's having a PTSD reaction, if they have just gone through something, like they don't know that they can be loved. Like I watched Oran High School Host Club, and the whole reason about it, like that it was like, oh my gosh, I deserve love too. It was just
mhm.
that thing that stuck with me, and I think that with with that is like, I just want to be there if someone needs something comforting, if they're having a bad reaction, if they need something, you could hear my voice and you can calm down to it and
Yeah,
self-regulate.
it's good. Yeah, all those emotional scenes, like and going back to Kevin, if he was still alive, I would get all my, Batman stuff, but I can't get a sign if he's dead. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you know, but I'm glad that he lived a happy life because he is Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, other actors do a good job, but he will always be the Batman
Always
in my
be
heart.
Batman.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I'll also say this: I don't know if I saw like I think I've seen a few conventions where where they go to conventions and they start crying in front of the voice actors because their characters helped them out,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's probably some. I know some of y'all. I know some of y'all had those kind of experiences, and of course, y'all gave them hugs and everything. So tell them it's okay, kind of
Well,
thing.
I think that that's like our job, right? We want them to feel something. I know that happens with Tara Strong a lot, and I've watched some stuff with her. Is that she's like seen people that like with My Little Pony. Like my dream, my ultimate goal is to be in My Little Pony, and I want to play Minty. I want to bring Minty back to life and play Minty in My Little Pony. Um, and I think that that's like something is like, oh, this character helped me get through things. This character means so much to me. And if someone came up to me and cried and was like, thank you so much for your service, almost like, kind of thing, is like, I would be so honored. The fact that they were brave enough to come to me and tell me that, as long as they're respectful and have consent and talk to me, I think that that's something that really means a lot to me.
Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
Back in season one, I did cry in one of my episodes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who was it with?
It wasn't a voice actor. It's actually a photographer here in my hometown. She's
Mm-hmm.
been doing a lot of photography, but I just couldn't hold the tears back because her story had touched my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's completely fine. I very much appreciate when especially men get to cry because there's so many societal things of like stopping like, oh, you don't get to be sensitive. It's like, no, we're people. If you want to cry, cry. Please cry, Like we just want to connect with people. That's all we want. And I would hate for someone to have to hold back their tears or hold back the pain that they're in.
Yeah. Even I think Kelsey Cruz, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I showed her one of my clips and she was saying that was so powerful.
Mm-hmm. No, I love
And so
Kelsey.
she said, you know what? And that's great. That just means you're attuned with your emotions and vulnerabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
And you're honest with your emotions.
mhm.
I said emotions, with your emotions and being
Mhm,
vulnerable. That's like the best thing. Is like as long as you're honest and you know how you feel, at the end of the day you live with yourself for the rest of your life. And
mhm.
you have to be happy with who you are and what you express and what you're going through, and it's a long process. But as long as you are honest, I mean, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Exactly. Just be honest with yourself. And you don't forget you also got friends who will help you as well.
Mhm.
Have a strong support system.
Mhm.
So, um now we're at the finale here, the final
Mhm.
question.
Mhm.
Years from now, when someone discovers the characters you've played and hears Bay Doxey for the first time, what do you hope they feel? And what do you hope your body of work ultimately says about who you were as an artist?
Um like I said, I just want to be a good memory. I just want to be someone where they're like, she cared about what she did. She had passion. She brought something. You can, like, when an actor is performing, you can tell if they care. Like, like Angelina Jolie, like she cares about what she does. You can tell. And there's just so many times where if you see someone and you see that they don't care, like it's just like like an ick type of thing. But I am so grateful for every experience that I get to have. So as long as someone is happy, and some of my characters like Lychee from Fogland for instance, like if someone sees her and they see themselves in her, I want my characters to be realistic where they can see people can see themselves
Mhm.
and be honest, and maybe this character helps them through a really rough time. So I just want people to like reignite their passion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. And people, and like I said, the work that you put in, people are going to feel like it's amazing that you've done this so long ago, and it's like, hey, you're still doing it today.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I did want to answer the one question you did have about my other characters.
oh, sure thing, sure thing. Um,
Yeah, I
looking
did
at,
prepare something for that.
okay, okay. Let's make this into an extra more
Yeah,
question.
we'll do it. We'll do an extra. This can be the short.
There you go.
Yeah.
And looking across characters such as Sloth, Tula, Yali. Arena, Maria, Sarah, Lachi, Annie, and the others you brought to life. Is there one performance you wish more people would discover? And what makes that character particularly special to you?
So I was gonna bring up Lychee. Um, Lychee is in Fogland, and do you know anything about Fogland?
I heard bits and pieces of it, but I haven't gotten the full details.
Is it okay if I spoil it for you?
Go ahead.
Okay.
It sounds man. I'm
So
used to it.
Fogland is about a character named Dante, and kind of like the Dante's Inferno thing. And he is a science teacher, and he gets brought to this jail, like it's called Fogland, like this incredible like prison where nobody's seen any of the inmates. They've only know that it's called Fogland because there's fog just currently. But there's all these like superstitions, and people think that it's like a bunch of aliens or something crazy. Well, he goes in to be a teacher, and there's a prison break where he gets captured, and he gets in the prison, and he can't escape the prison. And so one of the characters that he meets is my character named Lychee and her partner Rambutan. And they are just the sweetest couple. Like they just are like, he calls them civilized people. Dante is very, very egotistical. He's just like, and so he's like, finally civilized people. And these civilized people take advantage of him. And all their whole dream, that's like a big twist, is their whole dream is to get married and get out of there together. But with Fogland is you eat fog, which is a drug, and you get addicted to it, and it gives you certain powers. So like Lychee has she has like a thing on her head where you hit it, and she takes a picture, and then she can draw. Like completely like, and it's based off a person who actually like hit their head and they could do that. But she can draw and like get certain parts of the prison and stuff. So they're like doing a prison break together. That's like their whole thing. And they use him as like kind of like a decoy. And the really hard thing with her that like really got me is that I didn't know that if I was in her position that I would have done anything differently from her. And I think that that's something where people are like, I think she was so groundbreaking to me because I didn't make a decision if I felt like her. Like I went in thinking, I'm not like her, like I'm fine. And then I get recording and I'm like, I'm so like her and this is killing me. And so it was like I had to put protections in place and talk to my partner about it and just be like, wow, I didn't think she was going to hit me this way. And I think that that's why I really, really like her, is because I think that she makes you think, like, what would you do in this position? I think that's also something is like, I really want people to think when they see my characters and like rethink things. But yeah, so that was Lychee that I was just like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I do telling people there's probably more stuff that we don't know about. Because, I think each of these things, I know some people be paying attention to like the main characters, but they also pay attention to the side character stories as well. Because you also be missing out on like what they had to go through in life as well. And I think that's something that most fans just skip over. They just don't, they don't really just, they're just more into like the more action sequences. But for me, I've learned my lesson about learning to sit back and understand each of their backstories.
Yeah, like Lychee and Rambutan are so important because they change Dante. Their function in the story is to show him that he can't trust people when he's there. And he shouldn't trust the civilized folk. He should actually listen to his gut and learn. And it just changes him. And they're really, like, I get chills just thinking about them. The fact that they wanted me to play someone that was so important as a story function. She's also, well, I won't spoil it anymore. I'll let you watch the rest of it. But yeah, she's extremely important to me, and it was really eye-opening of like, I need to be really sure of who my characters are before I play them. And one thing that I do is this is like my goal, and like the thing that I do when I'm writing a character, like for myself, is I'll find a few similarities, like the main
Sure.
similarity that we have, and then the main difference that we have. So I can protect myself knowing that I'm not fully that character.
Mhm. Right. Like I said, you guys are not the characters. You're still people.
Mhm.
It's all about bringing these characters to life and bringing humanity into those characters as well.
Exactly.
So, well, now that the extra credits is wrapped up, I guess that kind of brings us to the conclusion. So,
Yeah.
enjoyed. I think our discussion went great today.
I think so too. I'm just so happy that you wanted to meet with me. I had a lot of fun. I think that it was really nice to just get to talk.
Yeah, sometimes you need a break from stuff that's going on lately.
Yeah.
So,
I just want to make sure like, that like people get an inside look of like the whole theme, like we're just people.
it,
We're just doing what we love.
of course, of course.
Mhm.